The collapse of the Red Bull Racing Imperium. The absolute dominance that Red Bull Racing has enjoyed for years, it's now on the brink of a very real and devastating collapse. The departure of the legendary genius Adrian Newey is widely regarded as the first major crack in the foundation of a team that once seemed invincible to any rival. Deep uncertainty surrounding the performance of their own in-house power unit for the 2026 regulations has created a massive wave of anxiety within the team's internal ranks. Without solid technical guarantees, their status as the kings of the track is at risk of vanishing in the blink of an eye. Rumors of a mass exodus of key engineering staff are spreading rapidly, signaling that the energy drink team's golden era might be reaching a tragic end. The 2027 season will be the ultimate trial to see if they can survive without the creative mastermind behind their championship cars, or sink into a fatal technical void. The loyalty dilemma of the racing god, Max. Max Verstappen now stands at the most decisive crossroads of his incredibly illustrious and high-profile professional career. Despite being tied to a long-term contract until 2028, the potential failure of Red Bull's independent engine project in 2026 could be the primary trigger for him to activate his exit clauses. Max is not the type of driver to remain patient with a mediocre car that only manages to compete in the middle of the pack. Constant advances from Mercedes, combined with a staggering offer from Aston Martin, have made Verstappen's bargaining power crucial in the driver market. If he feels his future is threatened by a lack of performance, he will not hesitate to abandon the team that made him a star to chase an 8th world title elsewhere, somewhere that offers a more promising technical package and a much more competitive power unit for his legacy. The return of Mercedes-Benz aggressive strategy. Toto Wolff is currently orchestrating a massive coup to restore the glory of the Silver Arrows, which has dimmed significantly over recent seasons. Mercedes is no longer just aiming for occasional race wins. They intend to rebuild a dynasty that will dominate the F1 grid for the next decade. With the Lewis Hamilton era coming to an end, the team desperately needs a new leader with an unquenchable thirst for victory that cannot be extinguished by anything. Their primary focus is ensuring their 2026 power unit becomes the strongest on the asphalt, serving as the ultimate weapon to lure the world's best drivers, specifically Max Verstappen. This technical success is not just about reputation, it is a magnet to attract the most elite young talents who are willing to fight for the German brand's supremacy on the global stage and return to the very top of the podium. The final gamble of the matador Alonso. Fernando Alonso is preparing for his final dance in Formula One with a level of ambition that is higher than ever before in his career. The arrival of Adrian Newey at Aston Martin is the final puzzle piece that the legendary Spanish driver has been waiting for a very long time. Alonso believes that the combination of Newey's brilliant mind and Honda's powerful engine support in 2026 will provide him with a genuine chance to secure his elusive third world championship. However, if Lawrence Stroll's ambitious project fails to yield instant results in the early races, 2027 is predicted to be a highly emotional farewell season for the Matador. He will not stay just to be a grid filler at the back of the pack. His choices are binary: either achieve a massive victory or hang up his helmet forever with his head held high, ending a legendary journey that has spanned decades. The patience trial of the Prince of Monaco, Leclerc. Charles Leclerc has long been considered the golden boy of Ferrari, destined to bring the World Championship trophy back to the sacred grounds of Maranello. However, years have passed with strategic blunders and technical failures repeatedly hurting the talented driver's title hopes. If the car produced under the 2026 regulations fails to provide a fierce challenge to the top-tier teams, Leclerc's patience is expected to reach a breaking point. Speculation about a move to a major rival is emerging as a signal that he is ready to seek justice for his talent outside of the Italian environment. 2027 will be the moment of judgment for the romantic relationship between Leclerc and Ferrari. It will either end in a magnificent world title celebration or a bitter separation, because the team's sweet promises never truly materialized into consistent winning dominance on the track. Internal threats within the McLaren racing camp. McLaren is currently enjoying an extraordinary resurgence, but this success carries a ticking time bomb in the form of a very intense internal rivalry. Lando Norris's success in becoming a world champion has created a complex new dynamic with his teammate, Oscar Piastri.
Piastri's manager, Mark Webber, is known for his shrewdness in managing his client's career and will certainly not allow a talent as massive as Oscar to remain a mere shadow support for Norris. If strong indications of team favoritism towards the British driver emerge, Piastri is highly likely to seek an exit toward another factory team by 2027. His incredibly cold and precise talent has already drawn serious attention from both Ferrari and Mercedes, who are ready to accommodate him if he feels he is no longer the top priority at the Woking headquarters during this high-stakes era. The end of the legendary Lewis Hamilton era. The year 2027 is expected to witness the extraordinary career of Lewis Hamilton in the world's most prestigious racing series. His move to Ferrari in 2025 represents a final attempt to secure a prestigious 8th title before he ultimately decides to retire from the cockpit. If this grand mission is accomplished by 2026, Hamilton will likely leave his red seat with the undisputed status of the greatest driver of all time. The vacancy he leaves at Ferrari will trigger a massive domino effect across the entire grid, attracting interest from the biggest names to fill one of the most sacred positions in motorsport. The world of F1 must prepare to lose its greatest icon, but at the same time, this will open the door for a new generation to write their own history under the legendary banner of the prancing horse and continue the flame of racing excellence. The rise of the new powerhouse, Aston Martin. With almost unlimited financial backing from Lawrence Stroll, Aston Martin is transforming into a formidable force that is terrifying to traditional teams. The construction of a state-of-the-art factory and an independent wind tunnel serves as proof of their serious intent to rule F1 starting in 2026. Their exclusive collaboration with Honda as an engine supplier gives them full autonomy in developing the chassis and power unit in a highly integrated manner. This makes them an extremely attractive destination for any top driver seeking long-term technical stability in the future. If they manage to show competitive performance at the start of the new regulations, do not be surprised if the 2027 grid is adorned with the most elite lineup of drivers willing to betray their old teams to join the grand ambitions of the Green Team based in the heart of Silverstone. The youth talent revolution of the Red Bull Academy. Amidst the deep uncertainty regarding the future of its senior drivers, Red Bull is preparing a contingency plan by relying heavily on its famed academy system. Names like Arvid Lindblad and Liam Lawson are now being intensively groomed to fill the massive void if Max Verstappen indeed decides to leave. Christian Horner is acutely aware that they must return to the team's roots as a factory for creating new world champions if they wish to remain relevant in the future. The promotion of Ishaq Hajar is also part of a total squad overhaul scenario predicted to occur in the upcoming 2027 season. This will be a high-risk gamble, as it relies on relatively inexperienced drivers to lead the team through a brutal regulatory shift. However, Red Bull has frequently proven that their courage in taking massive risks often yields extraordinary results that shock the entire world. Regulatory turmoil as the decider of fates.
All the luxury transfer scenarios mentioned above will ultimately depend entirely on one crucial factor: the effectiveness of the 2026 technical regulations. Formula One history has repeatedly proven that major rule changes always give birth to new winners and cast old rulers into a pit of failure. The team that adopts fastest to octave aerodynamics and the use of sustainable fuels will hold full control over the driver market. Drivers will not remain loyal to history or famous names if the car they drive cannot provide the speed necessary to win. 2027 will be the year where loyalty is tested by the numbers on the scoreboard and highly objective engine simulation data. In the end, only the teams with the best technological integration will be able to secure the signatures of racing superstars under their prestigious gold contracts for the future.